Problem with people like Morara is, because he thinks he's a carpenter, is closer to Christ.
People have been talking. As a matter of fact, people have been asking a lot of questions. Questions like, why is one day Morara fighting against Gachagua?
I think impeachment of the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua is good riddance.
The next day, he's joining Gachagua. The third day, he is fighting against Gachagua.
Yani, hata hatujakaa sana. Hata mwezi imeisha kweli kutoka Morara ashikane na akina Gachagua. Amini usiamini. Leo imekuwa ni kwa heri, tutaonana baadaye. Uangani very bad. Sasa, usiki sasa Morara ametoka hiyo mbogi. Na ile penye imefanya watoke anasema aje.
If they are going to team up as kingpins from different tribes, if Gachagua is going to come as the Kikuyu candidate, and Kalonzo comes as the Okamba candidate, and Matiang'i comes as the Kisii candidate, I will not be part of them.
Sasa unajua, akitrai kubonga hivi, of course, unajua ule mtu mwenye anaguza sana hapa hivi, itakuwa ni Gachagua, na mimi naweza shangaa. Ama bazengasi walikuwa wamelinkingi juzi. So,
Only two things can explain these actions by Morara. Either he expected that Gachagua would overnight stop representing the Mount Kenya people.
Rais ni kuhakikishia nikiwa hapa Kirinyaga, sisi watu ya Mount Kenya, hii ni serikali yetu. Sisi tuliamuka mapema tuka-invest kwa serikali ya President William Ruto.
Which is a piped dream, or two, he was there as a mole sent by someone.
Morara is a project.
It's a project.
Morara ni project. And wacha nikwambie kitu moja, Morara asipochunga atatumika vibaya na wanasiasa. Mwanasiasa sio mama ya mtu. Mwanasiasa sio ukoo ya mtu. Na siasa ni chafu. Morara atatumika na wanasiasa, na Morara ataachwa hivyo.
Gari amenunuliwa gari na watu. Anadanganya ni watu walimnunulia, na anajua alinunuliwa na nani. Yule ni project ya mtu fulani. Huyo ni conman. Na kutoka leo mkipatana na huyo conman unamwambia akupe pesa yako. Hakuna kitu huyo conman hata ama umuulize hizi saa ananunua. Anasema wale wanavaa saa ya 1 million. Saa hii hata uangalie ile saa anavaa. Ile saa iko kwa mkono huyo Morara Kibacho muisi. Ako na saa ya 2 million. Enda uangalie kiatu. Ile saa hii ndio inavaa. Alafu unatuambia wale wameiva nini? Siku ana gari. Kwani umetoa wapi hizi magari unatembea nazo? Muisi hawezi muisi hapa atoboi. Hakuna. Na mimi ndio nitakufuata. Ukienda mahali ukisimama na kuambia umechangiwa na mimi, usijaribu unitumia message ya kuomba pesa.
The idea that someone might be funding Morara is an idea that has been there for a long time now. As a matter of fact, it is not strange for him to be referred to as a project. But the main question has always been, whose project is he? Who is this that has been funding Morara Kebaso? For the longest time, people have always assumed that it was Rigathi Gachagua.
Morara ni project ya the current deputy president. Rigiji. Hata gari yenye hiyo Prado yenye Morara anaendesha, registration yake ni kampuni ya Rigiji.
Yule ni project ya mtu fulani wa Mount Kenya, azunguke akiharibu jina ya serikali. Na hata haribu nyinyi mteteeni kazi.
One thing is for sure, whoever is funding Morara Kebaso is someone with a thick skin. Is someone who does not worry about being blamed for having done bad things. Is someone who almost craves controversy. It's someone who is so used to being criticized that criticism almost turns him on. And for sure, that is not Rigathi Gachagua. Because especially when he was being impeached, he needed every single member of the public to be on his side. And that very moment, Morara Kebaso was not on his side.
You are speaking about double standard. You also don't understand yourself. Then you are saying that you are now supporting the going of the Rigathi Gachagua, and then now the president, who is the boss, now to be there to remain there. So it's like you also lost. Instead, you should tell the people, the two should go.
Only one person is the prime suspect of having funded Morara Kebaso. And this person, I will show it to you live, and you're going to see that these two people are one and the same person. These two people, not only do they speak alike, but even their slogans, how they want to structure their messaging, is very, very alike.
Now, for a long time, tribalism has denied us an opportunity to get good leaders
in this country, because people are ready to vote for anybody from their tribe without looking at the integrity of this leader and their capacity to deliver and their vision for this country. This time round, we are going to bring together a grand alliance of leaders of integrity who are not coming as kingpins of their tribe, but as leaders ready to transform this nation.
Nimewaambia wale watu wa ukabila, wa ufisadi, wale watu wa chuki, wale wa migawanyiko, wale wa mitego, wale wa mashares hawana nafasi ya kuhubiri chuki katika taifa letu la Kenya. Sisi tumeungana kama Wakenya. Hatuna biashara na watu ambao hawana mpango yoyote.
It is as evident as day that it is William Ruto who has always been behind the funding of Kebaso Morara.
In the footage, Morara was spotted on top of a vehicle during one of President Ruto's public rallies in Kisii. The sight of him mingling with Kisii leaders as Ruto addressed the crowd did little to ease suspicions.
Ati yeye ndiye anaamua nani ni kiongozi kwa Kenya. Mimi nauliza nyinyi, si nyinyi ndio mlipiga kura? Uchaguzi mlimaliza hamkumaliza? Mlichagua hamkuchagua? Si mlichagua MCA? Mkachagua women rep? Mkachagua mjumbe? Mkachagua governor? Mkachagua rais? Rais mlichagua ni nani? Ni mtu ya kitendawili ama ni hasla?
Information came out that Morara had bought a 20 million V8, and then him going ahead to confess that indeed he didn't refuse that he had not bought that V8. He said he has started a new business of selling cars. I have nothing against Morara. He is my brother, but he imeenda.
I'm 29. I don't want to talk about my net worth. But it is way above 100 million. But I'm 29 now. And right now, I don't go chasing for deals. I wait for the deal that comes. But if I see a good deal, I go for it. But when I go for it, I don't go for it in the name of chasing it. I go for it and present myself as an option.
And State House has called you. You've had calls from the president.
Yeah.
Himself.
Initially, I had calls from people around the president. Then eventually, I got a call from the president. I spoke to him very respectfully because he's our president and he has been given that mandate by the people.
In the few years that I've lived in this world, I can tell you for sure that nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing just happens by chance. It is not possible that Morara just happens to have a net worth of more than 100 million. This guy knows how to play with the media. Just look at him when he was talking to Dr. Kingori and now that he's talking to Jeff Koinange. He knows how to change his demeanor. Right now he's a very calm, humble person. But when he's talking to Dr. Kingori, he's almost in his bragging self. That is William Ruto for you. These guys are more similar than they are different. And we have been fooled long enough. Fooled, lied to, that we are the ones funding Kebaso Morara's movements.
Do the Lord's work. Arutaki michezo hapo serikali. Pesa ya kaunti inaporwa, watu wanakaa tundele. A very stupid citizen. Hatuwezi tulia na pesa inaporwa. Ndio maana nilikuchagi. Leta microphone bwana.
Una campaign na pesa za watu?
Of course nita campaign na pesa za watu. Usijaanza campaign. Sasa inafanya civic education na pesa za watu. But kama nitataka kiti ya siasa, ni ukweli nita campaign na pesa ya kwa box.
Wakenya, mimi nimekuja kugundua nyinyi ni watu wengine wenye wako na mchezo na mko na ujinga sana mingi. Sasa hii mtu akikuja hapo kwa internet aseme ako na shida msaidie, mwezi msaidia. Mtaongea mingi mtusi huo mjamaa mseme aje. Morara Kebaso alikuja hapa na wadanganya ati mnitumie pesa hadi MPESA ikajaa. Hadi akawaletea hadi bank account na kila kitu. Sasa hii wewe Mkenya unatembea kama umbwa, hata huna pikipiki, huna hata baiskeli. Morara Kebaso amenunua Prado ya 20 million. Wewe na Morara Kebaso nani sasa mjenga?
Make no mistake, when Kibaso Morara was starting, his heart might have been at the right place. He might have really wanted to run this country and his campaigns in the right way, but not in a country where William Ruto is our president. Not in a country where William Ruto is able to pay someone as much as 6 billion to just go away. This man took the money.
Father will be given a car, will be given everything, all manner of things, atapatiwa vitu mzuri. Alafu watamupropel, wamwacha aende, kisha wa withdraw hizo vitu.
Anguke chini.
Hata anguka, atakuja kwao kubeg. Kuja kwao kubeg, wataambiwa sasa, this is what you'll be doing.
So now you understand how Morara has been reduced to an errand boy for William Ruto. Akiambiwa enda kwa launch party ya Eugene Wamalwa, anaenda. Akiambiwa enda kwa launch party ya Martha Karua, anaenda. Akiambiwa go take that meeting with Gachagua and hear what his strategy is, anaenda. And then he comes and reports back. When he's told, now you are not supposed to be seen with Gachagua, he withdraws. When he's told, hey man, go back and pretend that now you guys are together, he'll still go back. And now I hear he even has the ability to make people disappear. Sad.
I don't know where Mercy Tarus went to. But you remember they had an online spat with Morara Kebaso. And ever since then, we've never known what happened to Mercy Tarus. Some say she's alive at home. Others say she went into exile. We don't know. But I will tell you for free, it cannot be a coincidence that after her spat with Morara Kebaso, she disappeared.
That is the person who wants to be your president come 2027. He says he's not too young to lead.
Rauna soksi. Hii nao ni kali. Hii Jersey. I wish you'd cut 40 years. Una miaka ngapi sasa wewe?
29.
29? Naam. Soga hapo. Ongea nikiwa siko hapo.
Wapenzi wa Mungu, Neno Evangelism Center na wasalimia hamjambo. Mimi naitwa Kebaso Morara. Nimekuja na hawa viongozi ili kuwaomba kwamba muweze kuomba na sisi tuweze kutembea safari pamoja ya kukomboa nchi yetu.
Thank you.
Mimi natafuta kiti ya kukuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Lete maji hiyo.
Na mkinipatia nafasi.
Such a smooth talker. Mudomo na kujitetea ni ile ya William Samoei Ruto. Hebu sikiza hii.
In all things, I know this. Every single young person that is going to stand up for leadership and say that they want to change the political system in our country will face very, very big opposition. And they will be labeled projects. And I have already undergone this pain. I know how it feels. But I know that consistency breaks resistance. I know that if I consistently say the truth, and if I consistently speak about good governance and how it should be achieved, the consistency will be the one that will save me out of any lie that anybody will tell about me. Ladies and gentlemen, when people start saying that so-and-so is a project, so-and-so is a project, let's talk about projects. Now, Uhuru, the former thief, and Ruto, the current thief, met in Ishaweri. Immediately thereafter, Uhuru got cabinet positions in the cabinet. And just about that time, he started funding a candidate for 2027 using the money he stole from us, which is over 6 trillion, together with Ruto from 2013. So the thief has come to fund someone to solve a problem that they created and that they would like to continue because they earn from that problem called corruption. Really? Ruto and Uhuru, do you actually think we are that dumb? Do you actually think we are that stupid? We can see your games, and we know that Uhuru's project is also Ruto's project because they are working together. Uhuru got cabinet positions. He is doing business as he used to. He is earning as he used to. He has everything he needs.
And Ruto has never gone after Uhuru for anything that was stolen in Kenya because they stole together, including 12 billion shillings that was stolen from the treasury on the day of elections in 2022. 12 billion, siku ya uchaguzi, that they were going to buy shares in Africa Trade and Development Bank and Africa Export-Import Bank and Jamhuri Holdings. 12 billion was withdrawn from our treasury like somebody's MPESA. This must stop and this must end. The reason we are fighting against tribalism is not that we are fighting our identity. We know that you are Kikuyu, that you are Luo, that you are Kisi, that you are Luya, that is how you were circumcised, that's why your name is Wafula or Kinyanjui or whatever your name is. We know tribal identity is part of us. What we are rejecting is the use of tribe as the only qualification for leadership. Kama wewe ni Mkenya na unapiga kura kwa sababu huyu ni Mkisi wangu, ama huyu ni Mkikuyu kama mimi, ama huyu ni Mluya kama mimi, you are part of the problem that we are trying to solve. Because your tribal heritage should not be your consideration from leadership. It should be your vision and ability to deliver this country. And that is why I say that the opposition in this country has lacked a vision. It has nothing else to talk about except Ruto must go. Yes, we can remove the president. Very easy. We just need to turn out in large numbers and vote. But what is the use of removing a president and replacing him with a worse person? What is the use of removing Ruto and putting Ruto Pro Max? We must seek better leadership, not just to remove a president, but to remove and replace with a better president. And not just the president. This is a very huge system. It's a system of corruption that extends even into the corporate sector, extends even into the church where money laundering is being done. It goes even to foreign embassies and foreign countries. It goes all the way to the multilateral institutions that loan us money. This is a very big giant that we are fighting. So don't just look at one individual. We are fighting a whole system of people. And by the way, as I finish up, if you elect a good president and fail to elect members of parliament who are people of integrity, you should remember that the Constitution gave MPs power to impeach a president. So you not have solved the problem. So we must look at it beyond individuals and start having a vision of the country that we want and how we will fix it. Not just Toa Huyu, Toa Yule. Yes, we've been removing presidents. We've even removed Uhuru. We punished Uhuru with Ruto. Have we achieved the change we wanted? Not yet. So we will continue saying the truth and the truth only.
If you've watched up to this point, you might have gotten confused. He might have charmed you with his mouth. He might have charmed you with the way he speaks. But one thing is for sure. What Morara Kebaso is doing is not offering us a solution. It's discrediting anyone and everyone who might actually stand a chance to defeat Ruto. He started with Uhuru and Ruto, how they have both stolen money. If you're talking about tribalism, then there is no tribalism, because two thieves in the name of William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta united to loot from this country. So there is no tribalism there. So you are also saying that they have united to frontier someone who I know you want to say is Matiang'i, to continue so that their project can continue looting for them. Now, how is that also tribalism? Because Matiang'i being frontiered by two people who are not of his same tribe, how is that tribalism? Then you go to Kalonzo, you go to Rigathi, all these people, you discredit them because you say they have been frontiered by their tribes. Bro, where you're telling us to be, we are going to get there someday. But currently, we cannot get a leader who is going to be tribeless, who is not going to be frontiered by a certain tribe. You come with your numbers on the table, you say, I come from Mount Kenya with my 7 million votes. Someone says, I come from the coast with my 3 million votes. When all these people come together, they decide that one person is going to be their flag bearer. That becomes the president. So what you're trying to do, you're fighting a battle that will only make sure that William Ruto, even though you have discredited him, even though you have shown how much of a corrupt leader he is, he's still going to emerge a winner. Because what you're doing is discrediting anyone else who might have the chance to win against William Samoei Ruto. consider subscribing.